move is every time you're preparing and you don't feel that you can ever prepare enough. And that's the truth, because there are certain things you're never going to be 100% ready for. There are things you can say, I've ticked all the boxes, but there are things you're never going to tick all the boxes. Because in some assignments, I've realized we don't even know the boxes to tick. But there's an invitation in the spirit that tells you it is possible. That is why you must know the ways of faith. You must understand how faith works. I have a spiritual daughter here. I'll not point at her. I found her once in a hotel drinking soup. Says, Pastor, I'm tired of poverty. Pray for me. And I laid hands on that dear woman. She came back to me a few weeks later and told me they gave me a job. Even people with degrees, master's degrees, PhD, are praying to have. Yet I don't have papers to my name. Gwe. Do you know the God I'm talking about? I say, do you know the God I'm talking about? A man may plan his ways, but there is a God who says this is the direction. You might have planned that way, but I direct you this way. You might have dreamt that direction, but I'm saying, no, this is where you should go. Because I am God, I'm sovereign, and I can do it, I can fix it, I can align it, I can position it myself, such that you get to that place and you can't say that it was my planning. People who have entered such realms are usually humble people. There's a humility that hits you when you know that you are unplanned. Oh no, this was the person we are going to give the job. We've got a worthy suitor. A suitable person, sorry. A worthy employee. They even write the letter of employment. And then something happens and, you know. And then the wind starts blowing on a certain woman. And that day they find the boss in a very stressed mood. That if they had found him fresh in the morning, he would have said, no, let's do other interviews. But it came through somebody and said, why don't you consider this young man or young woman? And usually, it's not the way the boss works. But God is in the detail. I said God is in the detail. Unplanned by man, but planned by God. And before you know that, they give them the job. After giving them the job, the boss next day says, I don't even know why I hired her. I usually don't hire people like you. You're not our kind of person. But anyway, you just enter and work. Not all the destinies of the children of God shall come under some arrangement or plan. Can I say it? Some of us were not planned. I'm talking about some individuals here. Some of you, even if we look at the history, if we look at your birth story, you were something your mother even wanted to avoid. To abort, sorry, because you were not planned. You came in a time when they didn't have money to raise you. You came in a bad time during war. It was a mistake. Your mother thought she had swallowed a pill and... But here, your parents might have not had a plan, but you were planned. Some of us were born out of wedlock. The order should have been that our parents met first, went before a priest or a pastor, were joined together in holy matrimony. The perfect story. But we were labeled bastard. But as you started to grow, something started to happen to you. that even legitimate children could not have. Certain doors started to open on you that even a child who was raised in a pastor's house cannot have. Certain glory started to rest on your head that even people who had families of intercessors could not. Unplanned in the order of men, but planned and prepared in the purposes of God. It says, brethren, let us consider our calling. Not many of us were wise. And these offices we're sitting in look like they were offices of wise men. The plans of those offices were for wise men. Not many of us were honorable. The plans of those offices were for honorable men. That is what I'm trying to tell you. That you're going to enter a place and you look at yourself and say, I don't fit here, but I'm here.